my own experience of meditation practice, and I was thinking of the leaves, Padma, and all of those leaves, and I actually had a vision of a little child jumping into a pile of leaves and celebrating the leaves. It actually saddens me that how we have spoken about meditation and how we have many of us have taught about meditation is that we have made a problem of our thoughts. We have made it's like it's a boogeyman, and that somehow we think we are supposed to get rid of our thoughts and that horrible monkey mind. But what if we shift it? So what happens? What happens in that dynamic of a relationship with the wandering mind? And the mind wanders. That's the nature of the mind. Let's stop trying to get the mind to do something that it's not meant to do, or keep it from doing what it's meant to do. It's just the mind. Let's transform our relationship with all of those thoughts. They're just thoughts, for goodness sake. Welcome to all of you. Welcome to all who are joining us online currently with the live stream, as well as at any future time. Our meditation topic for today is trusting in stillness, trusting stillness. The stillness that is available in us. So everything of this manifest universe is form, and it is movement. All movement is not stillness, but it can point us and direct us and guide us and bring us to a place where we can avail ourselves of that stillness. That stillness that is always present, even though we may not feel that stillness, even though it may feel remote or distant or not present. That stillness is within us. It is in the heart. When I think of Sri Krishna, and I imagine Krishna and Arjuna in the story of the Bhagavad Gita. They've moved out into the center of this battlefield, where Arjuna is entirely conflicted about what is about to transpire, this tremendous battle, a war. And Krishna is encouraging Arjuna to move into the heart. The thing about stillness is that, and in meditation, if we will practice moving into stillness on a regular basis, and it does require regularity, that's the discipline that it takes for us. But then as we meet all the circumstances and conditions, everything that's in our lives that there is for us to engage with, who it is that we are as we meet all of those circumstances and conditions is a place of stillness, so that we can respond in a way that we previously may not have even had the capacity, we may not have even known was possible. So we're invited always to move into stillness. My own experience of meditation practice, and I was thinking of the leaves, Padma, and all of those leaves, and I actually had a vision of a little child jumping into a pile of leaves and celebrating the leaves. It actually saddens me that how we have spoken about meditation and how we have many of us have taught about meditation is that we have made a problem of our thoughts. We have made, it's like it's a boogeyman, and that somehow we think we are supposed to get rid of our thoughts and that horrible monkey mind. But what if we shift it? So what happens? What happens in that dynamic of a relationship with the wandering mind? And the mind wanders. That's the nature of the mind. Let's stop trying to get the mind to do something that it's not meant to do, or keep it from doing what it's meant to do. It's just the mind. Let's transform our relationship with all of those thoughts. They're just thoughts, for goodness sake. They just, and be the observer. Be the observer of the thoughts. And don't they come and don't they go? And so they're here for a little bit, but, and then, so here's the great part. Notice the relationship. Notice what we're saying about the thoughts. Oh, interesting. What are we saying about the thoughts? Oh, that's a good thought. I want to have that thought. That's a bad thought. Oh, I mustn't have that thought. I mustn't have any thoughts at all. Do you see how we're keeping ourselves trapped in this relationship with, just as an example of all of life, as our thinking life? And they're not your thoughts anyways. Oh, they're my thoughts. We have this possessiveness, like they're my thinking. And as with so much of our lives, that it's mine. These are my thoughts. So they're thoughts. So let us, how about an alternative? Like the little child playing in the leaves and celebrating the leaves. Now, look, it is tremendously valuable, useful, even important for us to develop the capacity to concentrate our minds, to still our minds, to focus our minds. The teachers encourage us to develop one-pointedness. And in that one-pointedness, then we can find a kind of a stillness. But if nobody's ever going to find stillness when we are at war with ourselves. So let's transform our relationship. So, and I mean, thoughts are such a great place to start because we have all these thoughts. So,
Hi, my name is Porna, and I'm a part of the Awake Yoga Meditation community. If you like this content, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing, and also consider subscribing to our Substack. You can find the link in our description below. Also, you can find us on awakeyogameditation.org for more information.
Imagine, alternatively to that resistance or that judgment we have, or that pushing back or trying to get rid of. Imagine that we just allowed. Imagine that we are able to sit in the presence of thinking, of thoughts, and joyfully and playfully, thoughts. And then, if we're doing a mindfulness meditation practice, we're focusing on the breath, then just come back. And come home, and come back. Just come back. Notice the nature of the coming back. And it's no wonder that people get frustrated and they give up on their meditation, because who wants to do something that they're failing at constantly? It's like how many times have I heard people say, I'm terrible at meditating? No, you're not. You're just meditating. The design function of meditation is for the meditation to reveal us to ourselves. And you're just revealing. And so the thinking mind, it reveals us to the nature of the mind. It's just the mind. Oh, but what about what we're saying about the mind? See, as I understand it, in the Buddhist tradition, what happens actually? What happens is we come into a relationship with life just as it is. Just as it is. So it's just thinking. It's just thinking. Come back and notice the reactivity. That's the point. It's just revealing ourselves to ourselves. And so what is the nature of the coming back? Coming home. Just coming home to... so what is thought? Thinking is movement. Yes, it's just all movement. And even with all of the movement, in the midst of that in that movement, let us find peace, let us find stillness. And I think we know more and more clearly as we move on this journey that that we have these inner lives, all right, and we have this relationship with what in a way is an outer world, the outer conditions of the world, the circumstances. As we cultivate and develop a place of peacefulness, being a peacemaker within. Let us be a peacemaker within. And then peace, and then, okay. What's been so interesting for me about preparing for this being with you today and sharing about stillness is that all of this talking about, and I love the philosophies of all of these teachings, these magnificent teachings, but I think they're all, Padma, you mentioned that so many of the teachers are pointing us towards meditation. And my life has been transformed by meditation. So there are, through time, through history, through cultures all around this world, some of which we know about, many of which we don't know about, but in all of these cultures, there are these techniques or practices for meditation. And so there is the technique, and there is inestimable value in those techniques. And then, but if the technique, the design of the technique is that it leads beyond itself. All technique is necessarily a form. And every form, and this isn't an anti-form movement. This is just a recognition of, as I read Swami Shankarananda's prayer, that it isn't in the form that we are going to find stillness, but the form can lead us to a place where we will, if we will set it all down. So my friends, all the techniques, as magnificent and wonderful and effective and powerful and beautiful and producing extraordinary states of consciousness and states of realization. And then let us together in our meditation, after the meditation, see that it creates a space. It creates a spaciousness, a vast spaciousness. And then we can just abide in that spaciousness. In that spaciousness, there is stillness. So all I care about with you is providing a place for you to find the stillness. Now, it's not the stillness that I'm talking about. It's the stillness that's within each and every one of us. Happy to talk about it, but all that matters is providing a place for one another to find that stillness within themselves. All right. So we stand today. So it's December 29th, and so we stand on the threshold of a new year. Yes. So and. In our culture, and we have a particular calendar, so in a couple days it's going to be New Year's Days, and so what do we want for the new year? And so we may have, fabulous intentions for things that we would like to do, or things that we would like to accomplish, things like we would like to achieve, things we would like to get rid of. We have wonderful intentions, great stuff. As we enter the new year, I would like to offer another possibility, another place where we can go, and that is to cultivate in this moment, as we stand on the threshold of the new moment of the new year, is that we move into stillness. And so that, imagine not trying to create any particular result. So it's great. So, I mean, look at us. We live in the world. We're householders, and we have hobbies or activities or jobs or things that we're doing. And so we're really good at making things happen, and that's a great thing. And let us also include in our day taking time to be absolutely still and quiet and peaceful. And then all that comes into consciousness, all that comes into our awareness inwardly, we can be at peace with that. We can just, and there's this place of peace where we're actually not doing anything. We're just not doing, not trying to create, not trying to make anything happen. It's great to make things happen, but also let us find a place where we just sit and be. And we provide a place. Okay, in that place, it's like that pink ray of healing love. It just naturally pours forth from us. A spirit of friendliness, a spirit of inclusivity, a spirit of welcoming, a spirit of non-judgment, of non-assessment, of actually having nothing. Imagine having nothing to say about anything that anyone says. Imagine being a place for others so that whatever comes forth from them, we can be a listening or a spaciousness or a receptivity or a non-judgment. The happiness that we are seeking is, do I dare say that? It is guaranteed, not by any human activity. It is assured, it is guaranteed, if we will be for others, if we will create that place of non-judgment, of non-assessment, of not adding anything, just allowing life to be as it is, allow people to be as they are. I have we need to wrap up here. So, this life that we get to have together in holy communion with one another, in union, in relationship, it is precious and sacred. And what we can create together, that space of love, that when I came into this community, that I was just, it was not even I could overcome it. It was so complete. And so can we be that with one another in our relationships? And yes, we can. Of course we can. And we do, and we will forever. And nothing will ever stop that. And then here's what I know, is that each one of us, as I look in this little circle here, I know that each one of us goes out into the world and touches the lives of many. Not just a few, many. And how each of you are, I know that how you touch the world makes a difference and makes a contribution. And let us together look to that in each and every person that we encounter, and be a place for the best of them to show up. The they of them that they've always hoped and dreamed they could be, and what they want for their lives is to be that for others. And then as we do that for them, they will do that for others, and it will naturally expand and include all. May absolute peace pervade the whole universe. May absolute peace manifest through each of us to bless the world. May absolute peace abide in us as we abide in it, now and forevermore. Amen.